What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so this is a requested video from one of my subscribers. They wanted me to do a comparison video between Mike Woodson, former head coach in the NBA, and Stan Van Gundy, former head coach in the NBA. Now, Mike Woodson, since 2021, has been the head coach of the Indiana Hoosiers. Stan Van Gundy, I believe, is a color commentator for the NBA. Has not coached in several years. Neither has Mike Woodson in the NBA. Mike Woodson's NBA coaching career is a lot more sparse than Stan Van Gundy's. Before Mike Woodson was a coach, he was an NBA player. He played from 1980 to 1991, and he played for several teams. He played for the New York Knicks, the then New Jersey Nets, the Kansas City Kings, who during his tenure moved from Kansas City to Sacramento to become the Sacramento Kings. The Kings franchise, by the way, used to be the Boston Braves. No, excuse me, not the Boston Braves. They used to be the Royals. They were initially the Rochester Royals. Then they moved to Cincinnati and became the Cincinnati Royals. Then they moved from Cincinnati to Kansas City and became the Kings. And then now they're the Sacramento Kings. But anyway, he also played for the Clippers, the Rockets, and the Cavaliers. He started his coaching career as an assistant with the Milwaukee Bucks. Then had a tenure with the Cavaliers as an assistant, and the Sixers as an assistant, and the Detroit Pistons. He became a head coach. His most longest tenure was as a head coach of the Atlanta Hawks from 2004 to 2010. He became an assistant with the Knicks in 2011, and he was a head coach of the Knicks for 2 seasons, I believe, 2012, 2014. They were not very good at all. He was assistant in the NBA for a couple of years until 2021 when he took the job as the head coach of the Hoosiers. His coaching record is, in the NBA, 315 and 365 for a 463 win percentage. Playoffs, 18 and 28, 391 win percentage. He missed the playoffs 4 different years. His best year came 3 times when his team lost in the conference semifinals. 2009, 2010, and 2013. Stan Van Gundy, was a college coach before he transitioned to the NBA in 1995, assistant head coach of Miami Heat. And then for a couple of years, 2003, 2005, he was the head coach of the Heat. His most successful tenure was as a coach of the Orlando Magic, 2007, 2012, going to the NBA Finals in 2009, and lost to the Lakers. He was 4 years head coach of the Pistons, and for a season, he was the coach of the Pelicans 3 years ago. He was twice the NBA All-Star Game head coach, 2005 and 2010. His overall coaching record in the NBA, 554 and 425 for a 566 win percentage. And he had a winning playoff career record at 48 and 43. He missed the playoffs 4 different times, all with the Detroit Pistons. His best year, of course, 2009. Matter of fact, for a 3-year period, when he was coaching the Orlando Magic, his Magic at least made it to the conference finals, and in 2009, making it to the NBA finals. And with the Miami Heat in 2005, he lost in the conference finals. And that's the year where he was fired after a terrible start. If I remember correctly, the team had a terrible start in 2005, 2006. He was fired by Pat Riley, replaced by Pat Riley. That team ultimately won the championship. So, it is what it is. Look, man, just by default, Stan Van Gundy, okay? more success, longer duration of success. He had a history, Van Gundy. He was very, very well liked by his players. For the, he had more success. Made it to the NBA Finals, more accolades, longer tenure. Mike Woodson had some very, very lean years. His last year coaching the NBA, his Knicks went 37-45. One of his Atlanta teams went 26-56, 30-52. The first year they only went 13-69. Now you could argue he didn't have the talent on his teams that Stan Van Gundy had, but it's a no-brainer. I mean, you don't really have to do too much thinking about this. It'd be one thing if Mike Woodson maximized. You could argue that he maximized the talent on his team, but then later on, even though the roster was different, Atlanta, Mike Budenholzer led the Hawks team to a 61 season. So, and also the Eastern Conference was pretty weak at this time, so he still didn't have a lot of success. So you got to go with Stan Van Gundy in this situation, man. It's not even really close. But anyway, tell me what you guys think. You heard about Russell